Good day guys, nice to have you here. Today we'll discuss a gameplay where I played as Esmeralda on the mid lane. While it's true she's a viable pick for that lane, but it's not always the best option. However, one of our teammates forcefully picked Lapu as an XP laner even though I already expressed my intent of taking that lane. Basically I had to adjust. And also, as you can see, Sun is on the mid lane.
High five?
Oh,
You'd say high five when you...
Yeah.
Evidently, there were issues on the other side as well. I'm guessing one of them forced one of their picks. Yes. The beauty of playing in solo queue. Anyway, as always, we will discuss tons of tips, tricks, and strategies to help you play Mobile Legends better. So if you haven't yet, hit like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I assure you, you won't be disappointed. Before we continue, I want to give my shoutouts to Nightmare. Thank you so much for always tuning in. You're awesome. We also have Extrivericon. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Anyway, he too hosts a YouTube channel, so make sure to give him some love. For this game, I chose Vengeance as my battle spell. While it's not always the best battle spell for Esmeralda, but in certain situations, it's more than ideal. Some of the enemies relied on AoE skills that deal damage over time, such as Beatrix, Belric, and Guinevere. It's both a defensive and offensive spell. Also, in case you're not aware, Vengeance can be casted even when affected by control skills, such as Guinevere's airborne effect. Other battle spells that work great on Esmeralda are Execute, Aegis, Petrify, Purify, and of course Retribution, in case you decide on playing her as a jungler, which I highly recommend. Normally I tell you guys to freeze the lanes, right? In the mid lane though, it's a bit different. In my opinion, freezing strongly varies on a lot of factors such as lineup, team strategy, and situation whenever you are in the mid lane. In most cases though, it's not ideal, and instead a better way of playing this lane is by efficiently clearing the waves as fast as possible while trying to get last hits in order to maximize your gold gains. The reason why it's not ideal to freeze on the mid lane is because your presence is needed in terms of helping out both the XP and gold lane. In Mobile Legends, the mid laner acts as a pseudo support and provide reinforcement in terms of vision and map control. The idea is you need to clear fast in order to help either side lanes or take major objectives. I will share with you a trick in order to gain what other people call Unlimited Shield. Personally, I think it should be called Sustained Shield, but hey, Unleashed Shield sounds cooler. Anyway, the key item in order for you to achieve this is by buying Enchanted Talisman. What makes this item special is it's so affordable. It also is the only item capable of removing the 40% cap from the cooldown reduction and instead pumps it up to 45%. Also, it provides 20% cooldown reduction. Because of this item, your first skill and second skill's cooldowns will be dramatically lowered, thus resulting to what we call a shield cycle. Basically, you use your first skill to generate a shield. Then use Esmeralda's second skill to deal damage to enemies, which will reduce her first skill's cooldown, and the cycle continues. Also, a lot of you know Esmeralda drains up a lot of mana, but with this item, you shouldn't worry about that anymore. Ideally, you should get more cooldown reduction items to achieve a successful shield cycle. For the emblem, I used Magic Worship and had cooldown reduction and magic penetration as the primary stats or attributes. The next item I got after getting Warrior Boots was Calamity Reaper. This is perfect for her since she is a skill spammer, and this item enhances the next basic attack after a skill cast. Take note that its unique effect has a cooldown of roughly 1.5 seconds. For my next item, I got Concentrated Energy to exploit Sun's clones and gain significant HP from them. I was supposed to get Blood Wings or Feather of Heaven, but I wanted to experiment a little and balance off my survivability considering how bursty the enemies were. This is going to be followed by Radiant Armor in order to counter Gusion's magic daggers and Guinevere's continuous magic damage. This in my opinion is always the ideal magic defensive item if fighting heroes that deal magic damage in multiple instances or damage over time. Afterwards, I'm gonna get Antikythera for Beatrix and of course Sun. Notice that I got defensive items late, and that's because I didn't want to underestimate Sun. I know that eventually he'll be able to get the items he needs. Sure, getting tons of magic damage will improve Esmeralda's shield, but if I don't have sufficient defensive items, what will happen in case that shield disappears? Esmeralda will end up with a very low HP pool.
Don't want to dance?
An ally has slain.
No secret is safe from me.
Come on guys, know when to flee and when to fight. That was obviously a mismatch. Instead of jumping in, Hayabusa should have just cleared the mid lane or perhaps take one of the jungle buffs.
An ally has been slain.
Try to keep up, if you can.
Turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
I have foreseen your fate.
Destroy the turret.
Oh no!
Death is nothing compared to my belief.
Monster kill. Our turret has been destroyed.
Try to keep up, if you can.
Slain. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Oh, he's not ready. Don't want to dance?
Godlike. Launch attack. Ally has been slain. Double kill.
Try to keep up,
Launch
if you
attack.
can.
Clear up lanes.
I have foreseen your fate.
Legendary. An ally has slain Lord.
I decided not to retreat since I was able to count the minions attacking our base and those were not enough to give Sun enough time to destroy it. Instead, I focused on clearing some more minions out. After all, I'm very much eager to end this game.
Legendary!
The stars are my beacon.
An enemy has been slain.
No secret is safe.
Always check your minimap every 5 seconds. I noticed on the bottom lane that all of our minions were cleared out. To make matters worse, Sun suddenly disappeared. That's why I decided to retreat and defend. Based on the situation, it seems my teammates will overly commit to this clash. Remember, focus on victory. Don't let petty stats like kills distract you from your ultimate goal.
Clear up lanes.
Try to keep up, if you can.
Attack the Lord.
Launch attack!
On this clash, I was certain I will die. However, look at where Lapu Lapu was. Despite my low HP, I decided to F it and just prevent the enemies from recalling back to base. And that, folks, was the best decision I made from that entire game. I don't usually pick Esmeralda as much as my main pick, so I'm pretty sure I missed out on a lot of things. If you guys have any other recommendations, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe, everyone. Peace.